It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. Of course, we come to you each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, our website is obnradio.com. Our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736, as well as our 24-hour on-demand message center, 720-721-1558. Without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Well, it's about up, down, in, and out in regards to what will happen this fall to kick off sports. Of course, everyone's focus has been on football, but we do have volleyball, cross country, and soccer to contend with. Those sports would typically start way ahead of football, but still no contingency plans for those particular sports. Meanwhile, Appalachian State has dropped 3 sports to help reduce 20% of their athletic budget. They no longer will have men's tennis, men's indoor-outdoor track, and they will not have men's soccer. So those 3 sports have been dropped. Makes one wonder how long would it be before the trickle down comes toward the FCS ranks. So far, for the most part, the FCS programs have been holding steady as far as reduction of sports. Meanwhile, June 1st, July 1st, some of your Power 5 institutions are opening up June 1st. Others have elected to go July 1st. It's still up in the air about what's going to be what. We've spoken with several athletic directors throughout the country on the FCS scale and below. And as though all of them seem quite optimistic, none of them are fully comfortable at releasing a date when all student athletes can come back and participate, nor are they comfortable at saying for sure they will have a fully extended football season. When we've counted up the cost, it becomes more of a deficit for the FCS ranked schools to try and have football without all of the health concerns that have been addressed. We already talked about the average game day production cost to be between $25,000 and $35,000 per game. Not to mention the new add-ins of sanitation stations and all the other measures that would need to be taken in order to have a successful event. When you count all of that up, you're reducing 50% of your capacity when the FCS programs are solely, and I shouldn't say solely, but for the most part, heavily depending on ticket sales at the gate. Of course, a lot of the other funding come from the FCS programs with student enrollment fees. So how could you prevent from going deeper in debt? I'm still trying to figure that part out. But for the sake of competition, the institutions will continue to push on. Meanwhile, the talks are heating up in regards of FAMU potentially making the move to the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Nothing concrete, but as I mentioned, talks are heating up. It's going to make sense when you look at it on paper as far as travel and even competition for FAMU. Of course, it would be ideal if FAMU were to have another school to join forces with them to expand the SWAC to 12. And there's always been this love affair of Tennessee State. But when you look at the makeup and the structure of Tennessee State is probably more content to stay at the OVC due to the fact of his travel, although it would be great matchups for Tennessee State to join up with the Southwestern Athletic Conference. But just in case that does not work, wouldn't it be nice to see if Tuskegee would be interested in making the leap of faith forward to FCS? Tuskegee, very strong program. Tuskegee already competitive with SWAC schools. In fact, have had some success against SWAC schools. Location seems to make sense. And it would just be a new wrinkle and an exciting wrinkle to add to the Southwestern Athletic Conference. I thought about this and I projected if you did have FAMU and Tuskegee to become part of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, you would have to do a slight readjusting to the Eastern and Western divisions if you were not to just go one straight conference. And what you would have on the eastern side of the conference would look something like this: Alcorn, Mississippi Valley, Alabama State, Alabama A&M, Tuskegee, and FAMU. And on the new western look, you would have Jackson State, Grambling, Southern, Prairie View, Pine Bluff, and Texas Southern. Wouldn't that be interesting? It sure sounds pretty intriguing to me. Give us a call. Let us know what you think. 713-570-6736. I'm going to exit stage left for right now. Got a special treat lined up for you guys live Sunday night. Keep listening. We'll let the cat out of the bag sooner or later. My time is up, and I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. As always, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.